Have you tried everything for your eczema and it just won't go away? You've tried every prescription drug your doctor could think of. You've changed from eating a junk food diet to eating a diet that's full of fruits and vegetables, lots of fruit smoothies and fruit juices. You've tried every over-the-counter thing that every celebrity has ever advertised in magazines and on television, and yet there your eczema is, laughing at you. This video is going to tell you about a little known cause of eczema and other chronic conditions that you may never have heard of, and that by removing this one thing from your diet, you may get as much as a 80 to 95% reduction in your eczema symptoms. I'm Dr. Ken Berry, a family physician with 20 years of clinical experience. And this video is about the one thing that may be causing your eczema. The thing I'm going to tell you about in this video is salicylates. Salicylates are contained in a wide variety of foods and drinks. And if you've never heard of this very common cause of eczema, then you don't know to eliminate those things from your diet. We're not sure if the salicylates cause actual inflammation in the skin itself, or if the salicylates cause inflammation in the gut, which then in turn leads to skin inflammation. All we know is that there are a large percentage of people with eczema who have salicylate sensitivity. Currently, I think that the theory that salicylates cause either gut inflammation or systemic inflammation and thus lead ultimately to eczema in many people, I think those theories hold the most credence, because salicylate sensitivity or intolerance can also lead obviously to eczema, what we're talking about, but also to other rashes, to anxiety, depression, brain fog, memory loss, fatigue, nasal polyps, asthma, postnasal drip, and other digestive problems. And even some people have reported ringing in the ears or tinnitus from a salicylate insensitivity or intolerance. Now, there's no one lab test that your doctor can do in the office to see if you have a salicylate intolerance problem. What you got to do is you got to find out all the foods that are very high in salicylates and then avoid those for a period of time. Typically a month is a very good period of time, and there's a long list of salicylate-rich vegetables and fruits and fruit juices that you need to know about. And indeed, many people stop eating the junk food and go to a vegan diet, plant-based diet, or a diet rich in colorful fruits and vegetables, thinking that surely, to goodness, that will improve my eczema. And then they're down in the dumps and they're defeated, and they're very sad when they discover that after a few months of this diet of fruits and vegetables, that their eczema is either no better, or in some cases it got worse. I've included a list of all the high salicylate foods in the show notes down below so that you can check these out. And you're going to find it's a lot of fruits and a lot of vegetables and a lot of spices, things that we're told are healthy. And so whether they're actually healthy or not is still kind of up for debate. But if you have salicylate intolerance or sensitivity, then they're definitely not healthy for you, or they wouldn't be leading to all these chronic medical problems, including eczema. As you may know, I'm a big proponent of the ketogenic way of eating and of the carnivore diet. And indeed, many people who switch from another diet to a ketogenic way of eating often notice a huge reduction in their eczema severity and in the frequency of flare-ups. But even some people on keto, they still have their eczema problems. And that's where the carnivore diet comes in. We have seen in the carnivore community thousands of case reports of people who just went to a meat or animal-based diet and their eczema completely resolved in many, many cases. And in some cases, it got 80, 90% better. And I think that the reason this happens on a carnivore diet is not because there's anything magic in the meat, the eggs, the cheese, the fish. I think that what you're doing in very many cases is you're removing inflammatory plant chemicals that are in many fruits and vegetables, and one of these is salicylates. I have another video about eczema on this channel that'll pop up at the end of this video, and you can click on the thumbnail if you want to watch that. Also in the show notes, I've included links to my playlists about Keto 101 and Carnivore 101. These are going to give you the simple, easy basics about eating a delicious, nutritious, nutrient-dense keto or carnivore diet. And I think that you'll find after 30 to 90 days of one of these diets that your eczema is markedly better. Now, if you decide to go keto, then I want you to look at the list of fruits and vegetables and spices down below that I've listed and avoid those in your ketogenic diet. There will still be thousands of delicious keto foods that you can enjoy, but if you do have salicylate intolerance, then you need to avoid that list of foods, even though they may be keto friendly. If you want to just get rid of all the confusion, just do 30 to 90 days of a animal-based carnivore diet, and I think you will miss your eczema, but you'll miss it. It'll be a happy miss because you'll be glad it's gone. Whichever way of eating you finally decide on, I want you to leave this video with a changed paradigm about your eczema. From now on, when you think about your eczema, you are not going to think there's something wrong with my skin, because that's just not the case. There's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with your skin, but there is something wrong with your diet. I hope this video helped. If it did, hit that thumbs up button. And if you enjoy my videos, please consider clicking the subscribe button and the little bell button right beside it so that every time I post a new video, you'll be one of the very first people to know. This is Dr. Berry. I'll see you next time.